Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Cody. I am in the bands Bodhi and Antica Arcana out of Lafayette, Indiana, and I am bringing this video to you today to give you guys an idea what these cymbals sound like in a heavier atmosphere. Let's check them out. Alright, so that first song was from a band I'm in called Bodhi, and that song was called Secret Skin. Now, in that song, I definitely utilize the crash cymbals a lot. They're the first thing I'm going to talk about because they are the thing I'm most impressed with. These are the Centent Emperor crash cymbals. They are a B20 bronze, they have a natural patina at the bell, and they sound wonderful. I've spent a lot of years not having crash cymbals that I really enjoy. Just never got really the sound I was wanting out of crash cymbals until I got these. These things are my favorite. I have a 16-inch Emperor crash and a 17-inch Emperor crash, and again, they're my favorite crash cymbals I've ever played in my life. The pay less, play more, it really helped me out because I was able to get exactly what I wanted. So, Emperor crash cymbals, they work great for studio, they work great in a room like this. This room is not ideal for recording. It's kind of small, got an ugly sound to it, and these are great for recording in this room just because they are so buttery smooth and they have a good cut, but they're still very controlled. So these are definitely my go-to. The Lads also are a great crash cymbal. I've heard the Tang crashes, and they're also really nice. But for me, the Emperors were the go-to. They were the choice. Alright, so now we're going to go through just the rest of my kit and see what all I have on here. Because I definitely went and I didn't just get a big series of cymbals. I went through and I picked each one of these cymbals for a particular reason that fit my style of playing. So over here, we have a LAD 16-inch 12 ozone. So it's got 12 holes in it. It's nice and loud, it cuts through a mix really well, and it has a super fast decay, so you hit it and it is just here and gone. Perfect attack, perfect decay for what I was looking for, and definitely one of the better 16-inch Chinas I've played. So I really enjoy this one. It's a lot of fun. It's great for little quick hits. It's great for blast beats. It's just very well-rounded cymbal. Down here next we have the first of my Tang, and this is a Tang 14-inch hi-hat, and these hi-hats are great for playing softer stuff and playing heavier stuff. They definitely have a really good stick definition. When you play them closed, very tight, very crisp. They just have a pretty sound to them. Yes, pretty, I know, right? But these are the Tang 14-inch hi-hats, and definitely impressed with these. The overall sound of them, the tone is wonderful. So now going up to here, we have continued the Tang theme going on. I have two 10-inch Tang splashes. I have one that is just regular old splash, and then I have another one that is an ozone splash. So the regular splash, this one, it once again just has a nice warm tone to it. It's got a nice cut, nice and loud, and the 10-inch ozone over here, this one, it's definitely got the similar warmth that the other splash has, but it's definitely got a little bit more of a fast decay, and it's got a trashier sound, which is to be expected once you have something with holes in it. So definitely trashy, but it's still got a nice bit of warmth that the regular splash has, so I'm definitely very happy with that. All right, next over here, we have my custom ordered LAD 14-inch hi-hats. They are a heavyweight hi-hat. I contacted Arthur and said, hey Arthur, I want some heavy hats. All right. He hooked me up. I fell in love with them out of the box. I put them on my kit, I hit them once, and they are indeed heavy. They still have that nice crisp sound that the LAD series has, but it's definitely got a little bit more of a aggressive sound to them with the heaviness. So very happy with these. I definitely like using these for something that's more along the lines of heavy hitting, blast beats, you know, like a nice heavy driving groove. These hats are perfect for that. So next over here we have my 18-inch Tang China. This thing is a powerhouse of a China. It is an 18-inch. I have the star pattern. I initially was kind of reluctant to get the 18-inch. It's been a long time since I've had an 18, so I was kind of reluctant at first, but a buddy of mine let me try his out. I really liked the tone of it, so I then decided to get the star pattern on it. And this thing, it is definitely a powerhouse of a China. It's really loud, really aggressive, but it's still got a nice decay because of the holes. So very happy with this thing. I've been impressed with it as far as doing quick whips on it. I've been impressed with it doing, you know, some rides, some blast beats. Definitely a pretty versatile China, and still staying very aggressive without too much wash and without a whole lot of decay. So it comes and goes pretty quick, but it still gives you a nice kick. Next over here, I have the 21-inch XTT medium ride. This thing has a beautiful patina that goes across the whole cymbal except for two lathing spots. It's definitely more of a washy cymbal. It's something I would use more for my band Bodhi versus Antica Arcana. This ride isn't something I would necessarily use for blast beats, but for playing slower rhythms on, or even just stuff where you're not wanting a super aggressive sound, this ride is definitely my choice. So I use this one primarily for Bodhi. Gives a great sound, and also it just looks awesome. Like, it's one of the coolest looking cymbals I've ever had. On that note though, it does have a very aggressive bell, so that still works out well for me, because even when I don't want a really aggressive ride sound, I still like the bell to be nice and loud and piercing through the mix. If you're wanting to have a little bit less ring and get rid of some of that wash, might put some gaffer tape on the bottom of it. That definitely dries it up and keeps the bell nice and aggressive. So if you're into that kind of a sound, might be something for you. But if not, I do have one more ride here coming up in just a second.
Yeah.
All right, so the next cymbal I'm going to talk here is my 22-inch heavy ride from the LAD series. This thing, it's beautiful. It's got great stick definition out here. The bell's nice and powerful. It doesn't have a super long decay, but has a really nice attack to it. I definitely like this more for playing along stuff like the blast beats or just a really fast 16th note rhythm with double bass behind it. Great all-around ride cymbal. Definitely sounds good in a heavier atmosphere for, you know, whether it be death metal, black metal, and it's still versatile enough that I would feel comfortable using this with Bodhi if I didn't have the XTT ride. So since I have the XTT ride, I will continue to use that for Bodhi, but if I didn't have this, it would fit that too. It's a very versatile cymbal. Definitely happy with it. It's definitely heavy, and it just overall sounds wonderful. All right, everybody, that wraps up today's video. These are my Centent Cymbals. I really hope this video was insightful to some of you guys who are playing heavier music and you really want to know how these things sound. I gave you the best of information that I could. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got the information you wanted. If you have any further questions, definitely hit up Arthur Stones on Facebook. Go check out CententCymbalsUSA.com and the Centent Cymbals USA Facebook. There's a plethora of knowledge to have on there. Arthur himself has so much knowledge about these cymbals. If you have a certain sound profile you're looking for, if there's a certain series you like from another company and you want something similar, definitely ask him. The dude has a wealth of knowledge and he can definitely steer you in the right direction. So again, I hope this video helped some of you guys out. Really hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Let's hear some more of these things.
Thank you.